Well, children, let me tell you a fantasy story of which you've never ever seen before in the past decade or so.
And beyond, really.
Ugh.
Because fantasy stories have been passed down for how many hundreds of years?
A tale of whimsy and adventure and... I can't keep this up. This movie was fucking stupid. We just got out of Percy Jackson 2.
Was it 2? I thought it was...
No, it was the second one.
Really?
The first one came out a couple years ago, I remember. But,
okay.
Yeah, Sea of Monsters. Apparently, this is based on a book series. I don't know how the books are, but if the movies are any indication, this is basically Harry Potter if it took out all charm and likability.
And did a lot of rip-offs of ancient Greek myths.
Well, not necessarily rip-offs, so you're basing your story on them directly, so how much that really counts.
Oh, okay, not a rip-off, but you are paying homage to the source material very liberally.
I think people doing the God of War series has done that for years. I'm not sure that's necessarily a problem, it's how you do it. They did not do it very well.
Nah.
Okay, so where to begin? Granted, this is not the worst movie I've seen all year. That's not really saying much, but this is just really stupid. This is just poorly written, poorly shot, poorly acted. Just, the whole thing it's horrendously stupid.
Would you say that it's so bad it's fun stupid or just unintelligent stupid?
Maybe for the first 20 minutes it was kind of fun because I could make fun of it like crazy, but after that it's like, oh, fucking A. I can only take over so many stupid jokes, so many dumb one-liners, so much bad acting and bad CGI.
There was very bad CGI. Yes.
This is just fucking stupid. I mean, like, that's really what I could come back to. Like, not Smurfs 2 level of stupid, but still pretty goddamn stupid. So, I guess I should go over the story so I get more the whimsy that I'm talking about. It stars, who else? Percy Jackson, played by that guy from Perks of Wallflower, a much better movie, but granted, entirely different genre, so I guess it's not really fair to compare. Anyway, apparently... I don't know. I didn't see the first movie, so I don't know really what happened.
Same here. I didn't know about this series existing.
From what I know, or from what I've read, apparently it's basically rips off Harry Potter in that it's about a young boy who finds out he's some part of some mystical thing.
Some prophecy.
And then I don't think there's a prophecy in the first one. But
okay.
Either way, it doesn't fucking matter. Then gets whisked away into his world of whimsy, and eventually ends up saving everyone from some random evil, pick whatever Greek myth you want.
Yeah, a lot of nods to the Odyssey in this one.
Yeah, much to my dismay. Anyway, but after all that, apparently, he goes off to this, they call them, what, half-something?
Half-Bloods.
Half-Bloods. Another term they ripped off from Harry Potter. Anyway.
Well, the term from Harry Potter was Muggles.
Well, they had Half-Bloods in there, too. Yeah. But Half-Bloods are basically people... They're basically demigods. I don't know why they don't call them demigods, to be frank, because demigods, A, sounds cooler, and B, it's actually much closer to actual Greek mythology.
Yes, well, I don't know, maybe they were just dumbing it down for their target demographic.
Yeah, basically, the movie pretty much assumes everyone in the audience is a fucking moron.
Yeah, it does.
And that really gets old really fast. And, so they're in this strange camp for these people. I guess pretty much they live there, from what I can tell.
Live there, train there, show off there.
Yada, yada, yada. Angsty teenage crap.
Pretty much.
And, the movie starts out with a flashback of, like, one of the main characters, I don't even know her name, as a kid, running away from a Cyclops, which is...
Talia?
Talia. Was that her name? Or was that the tree chick?
That was the tree chick.
Oh, well, it's getting to her. But,
okay.
And there's another girl named Talia, who they shot her name like 5 times, who Cyclops kills, and...
They did shoot her name like 5 times in 2 minutes.
And then it's like, Talia, Talia, Talia. They kill her, and she grows into a fucking tree, and he goes, her name was Talia. Really? Like, no clue!
Yeah, everybody in the audience is deaf. I don't think we got her name the first 5 times you said it.
Like, this is like if you started Harry Potter 7 by going, this is Harry Potter. He's a wizard. Basically same fucking thing. So apparently it's like Zeus felt sorry for like his children or something like that, and turned into a goddamn tree that worked as a barrier for everyone else, for all the half bloods to live in peace and harmony. Think Amazons, except with boys, pretty much.
And the occasional minor display of godlike powers.
Yeah, basically all these people are supposed to have powers and shit like that. But then we flash forward years later, obviously, where Percy Jackson is now playing Guts, I guess. From if you get that reference, you watched a lot of Nickelodeon as a kid. Anyway, remember that game show Guts?
I remember Wild and Crazy Kids. I remember the game show with a lot of slime.
Yeah, it was a relic of the 90s. It was like right around the time with the. That's not important. Anyway. With some other chick who's like the daughter of Ares, was Ares? Yeah, Ares, God of War.
Yeah, and there was another one who was the daughter of Athena, who is mostly known as being the goddess of wisdom, but when she pointed that out,
she was a goddess of wisdom because she was pretty fucking stupid for most of this movie. So
the chick with the braid was the daughter of
the blonde one, right?
Yeah,
I figured as much.
But many people forget that Athena was also the goddess of warfare and weaving, but they chose to leave those
because nothing's more exciting than weaving.
That's
like, quick, there's a giant serpent, let me get my basket weaving kit.
Wisdom, warfare, weaving.
Anyway, that point aside, so they got this big showmanship crap where he has to go to like the top of this giant like obstacle course that looks like came straight out of Wipeout. And climbs to the top. Percy gets there first, but see that some poor soul is dragged at the very bottom because his foot got stuck in the some rope thing that's spinning around in circles.
A rope ladder.
And he goes, "Oh, I have to save him, even though he's in no real danger." Mm-hmm. So you could just leave him there, grab the little thing, end the game. He'd be fine. But no, you go down and get him. And then I'm sorry, I'm getting angry really fast here.
And we haven't even gotten to your least favorite character yet.
Okay.
I have so rarely seen him have such an adverse reaction to a character. This is
not since 21 over have I seen a character like, wow, I hate you immediately.
Anyway.
Not quite as bad as 21 over, but still.
But yeah.
Anyway, but he doesn't do that, the thing he should have done, and the other girl wins, and she gets all the glory, blah, 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 and he's, I don't feel special anymore. Basically the whole where like Percy Jackson goes to his father, Poseidon the lake, who doesn't listen to poor Percy. Tear.
Yeah, he's basically throwing himself a pity party.
Yeah, it's like, oh boy, this is gonna get old really goddamn fast. It's like, dude, you have your own franchise. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, but meanwhile, turns out he's not the only son of Poseidon, as they originally believed, but there's another son, but he's also half Cyclops, which just goes to show that apparently all the gods get freaky-deaky with just about everything back in the old days.
Well, he's half son of Poseidon and half son of a sea nymph, which resulted in him becoming...
Oh, is that sea nymph? Whatever.
A Cyclops.
Either way, this character... is so fucking annoying as... God damn it.
So, what exactly annoyed you so much about Tyson?
Okay. There's at least one character in almost every PG film, not made by Pixar, that is made there solely for comic relief and fails so utterly at his job that he destroys the movie for everyone. That is this character. Because he's supposed to be, I don't understand the real world, so let me get my fish out of water jokes out of my fucking hat over here. Like, he doesn't fuck... This character really bad.
And it should be noted that when we first got into the theater, we were the only people there, so we MST3K'd it for a bit.
I wish, and then people fucking showed up to this thing. I don't know why. I was mad they fucking stayed. I was like, dude, please leave. I will pay you to leave. Just if I have to sit through this piece of shit, at least let me have my fun with it. But I still did anyway. I was like, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, I attempted a few cracks at it as well.
I was on fire there for a bit.
You were. Yeah, you were funnier than the movie, not that.
And this goddamn fucking Cyclops.
Yeah, at one point you compared him to Shrek, and I asked you jokingly, so when is Donkey gonna show up for the much needed comic relief? And you said
He is both.
Yes, he is actually.
He is the aborted fetus of Shrek and Donkey. That's right, I fucking went there. I hate the character this fucking much. It's like, he's like, look at me, I'm so whimsy, I'm so innocent, I'm so happy. Grr, fuck you.
Thank you for calling Phil's abortion clinic. No fetus can beat us.
Wow, and mine was bad. Okay.
Well, you went there. I just figured
like,
I'd take it a little further.
Phil's fetus? A beatus? What?
Thank you for calling Phil's abortion clinic. No fetus can beat us.
That's horrible. Jesus. That just... Okay. That's going on most offensive moment of the year. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay. Sarah had her moment. Okay.
And it's something that I actually learned from an ex-boyfriend.
Okay, so we have an excuse here.
Yes.
Anyway, what have I created? Anyway.
A member of your review team?
Yep, the offensive assholes. That's what we're becoming. Anyway.
I've had one moment this entire year.
Fair enough, no. Like, Chris has had like 10. I think.
That's Chris.
Yeah, fair enough. Chris is already like that. I didn't have to do anything.
Nope.
Anyway, back to the movie itself. I'm sorry, I have to talk about the Cyclops motherfucker, because he just pissed me off so
I know.
Because I was like, you know, if people watch Community, you know that joke they make whenever Bruto talks and everyone in the room goes, ugh! Like, that's basically his character. Every time he spoke, I was like, oh, just shut up! Nobody cares what you think. You are there just to fuck up everything, and you do from the first 5 seconds of the goddamn movie.
Yeah. So for anybody who has ever played D&D, you'll catch this this reference. Let's just say that this character had a -18 modifier to his stealthy check. He was not subtle at all. He
That is the nerdiest joke we have ever done on this show. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just pointing that out.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm a nerd.
Hi, Sarah. Okay. Point taken.
Yeah, he is not subtle. He literally clunks around when they're trying to be sneaky with these clanking things in his backpack. He
pulls a Doug from Up. I just met you, and I love you, Percy.
Yes! Yes, actually. Yes.
And then, like, what happens halfway through, shortly after this character's introduced, and this is what really weirded me out, is people are apparently very oddly racist towards one-eyed people, which was kind of bizarre. It's like, dude, you have a person with furry legs 2 feet from you. How is this weird?
And tiny horns.
And tiny horns. Like, why is this like, no, this is unacceptable. This is like, no, wrong, bad juju and all that shit. And it's like, and of course, you get that stupid subplot where the blonde chick says like, I'm racist against Cyclops now. And that's gonna be my dilemma the whole movie. It's gonna get resolved really quickly and pointlessly. Therefore.
And it does.
Yeah, so just. I'm getting surprisingly mad at this. I didn't even get this mad for Smurfs 2.
I was actually shocked about that when I watched that.
I think it's because I just expected it to be horrible, so that, like, it met my incredibly low expectations.
You prepared yourself.
Anyway. But even then, none of the characters in this movie were quite as annoying as this one, because at the core, Smurfs 2 wasn't really a movie. But by the way we define movies, Smurfs 2 was not a goddamn movie. Anyway.
Is this a movie by the way?
It's yeah, more so, I'd say.
Okay.
Smurfs 2 is basically an hour-and-a-half sitcom episode.
Okay.
Pretty much. Anyway, so what happens is, they're in this peaceful little land of La-La. He just been introduced to his weird-ass,
half-brother,
oddly quickly attached half-brother, and then all of a sudden, a goddamn mechanical bull breaks in.
And when it did, I was thinking, okay, so where is the offspring of Hephaestus to turn this tin can off?
Joke for nerds. Anyway.
Well, also reference for nerds, but yes.
Fair enough. Which made me think is like, do guns not exist in this world? You could have ended this really quickly with just one goddamn, like, rocket or a shotgun or... Machine gun probably wouldn't do shit, but, you know, at least a shotgun would have done something. But nope. That thing had fucking guns. It had a flamethrower, like some weird, like, razor dildo thing. It was pretty fucking ferocious. Anyway, and of course, like, they're having... Really? You do the sign for bullshit?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sad that I recognized it. Anyway, so of course I had a little tussle with that. Apparently, and they wonder how the hell did the bull get past the shield and all that shit. And then we have young Kevin Bacon comes in. He looks and sounds exactly like Kevin Bacon to the point where I'm fairly convinced Kevin Bacon is a time traveler.
And since you brought up that character, tangent warning here, I'm noticing this trend in films, in fantasy-based films like these, with young adult actors, that their idea of acting is they will maybe only close their mouth twice over the course of their entire time on screen. And this guy is no exception. You see his front pearly whites more than you see him emote. I
call it the Twilight Syndrome.
Exactly. Yes.
Anyway.
So, end tangent. Continue.
Okay, so young Kevin Bacon, I guess, was the villain from the first movie. I can only assume, although I never saw it, like I said before. But apparently, he poisons Magic Girl Tree. For the sake of convenience, we'll call Mother Nature from Pocahontas.
Well, that was Grandmother Willow.
Grandmother Willow, there we go. We'll call it Grandmother Willow. Fuck it, why not?
Although, in the film, it was Talia. They still called the tree Talia.
I'm gonna call her Grandmother Willow, because that's funny to me, and I need to laugh.
Alright, sounds good.
I mean, Luke's character isn't called Kevin Bacon, but I'm calling him that anyway. Because none of these characters deserve to be called by their actual names, except for Percy, because I can't think of a clever nickname for him. Except... I guess I can call him Wallflower, but that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But even then, that doesn't really work.
Not really.
Anyway. And so then he decided, like, oh, someone just texted me. Okay. Where are we going with that? Oh, yeah, so basically they goes like, oh, we need to save them. We were going, but how are we going to save them? Oh, the Golden Fleece, which is held in the Bermuda Triangle. We're not going to call it the Bermuda Triangle because that's not fantastical enough. What incredibly... original but unoriginal name can we give this? Oh, I got it. Sea of Monsters, which sounds like the title for a fucking Godzilla movie.
It does, actually.
But, where was I going with this? Yes. So they go on their magical quest, where bitchy Ares chick goes first.
Clarice.
With giant ass, basically the Greek equivalent of Tonto, I guess, goes with her.
Yeah.
And he has only 2 lines, I think.
Yeah.
And most of them are like one word. They were both fucking one-word sentences. Maybe 2-word sentences. And then you never see him again because he dies off screen. The reason I say that is because it was so utterly pointless that it's almost worth mentioning just because of that. Like, wow, you're useless. Anyway. Sorry, I'm getting mad here. I'm surprised, actually, a little bit. Anyway.
I am, too.
It's because that fucking mother's fucking Cyclops. So they decide, no, we're gonna go ourselves. So him, Black Fawn dude, and bitchy blonde chick go off on their own merry adventure to find the Golden Fleece for themselves. And then they go have... Oh yeah, and there's also a prophecy held by the Crypt Keeper to tell...
Otherwise known as the Oracle in this universe.
I'm calling it the Crypt Keeper because that's much... Again, it's much more entertaining in my mind.
Yes, this
it's
is...
like, well, like Mr. Wallflower, let me tell you a story. I actually never watched Tales of the Crypt Keeper, so I guess I don't really know if I'm doing it right.
I recommend Demon Knight. That's my favorite Tales from the Crypt movie.
It's on my list. But anyway, then it tells of a secret prophecy where one of the children of Zeus, Poseidon, or...
Hades.
I almost said Odin, which would have been a much more better crossover right there.
Yes, it would.
And Hades will some either save or destroy the world and blah 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 blah. And everything is it's Percy and Kevin Bacon, who's like the son of Hermes, apparently.
Messenger to the gods.
Yeah, so they have that whole prophecy that's going for. Again, nothing like Harry Potter, but
no. And so we got the Golden Fleece. We got which of course is Jason and the Argonauts. We got a voyage on a quest and Poseidon, and we got the wind canister, which of course is the Odyssey.
And by the way, you make Nathan Fillion not funny. Shame on you.
Yeah,
Nathan Fillion's in this movie and he's not funny. That's wrong.
I love Nathan Fillion.
So do I. He's
incredibly charismatic and witty, and he's great on screen. And this role is not a good vehicle for his talents and charm.
To be fair, the pants line was kind of funny.
Yes.
It's like, I'm rocking these shorts, which sounds stupid, and it is, but compared to everything else, all the other jokes we got, this is probably the best one we had. So...
Exactly, because he's charismatic and charming.
It's like, I'm laughing. Enjoy it. Anyway. Nope, then here comes Cyclops asshole to fuck it all up.
Yeah.
That's all he does in the whole goddamn movie is continuously screw things up. We're trying to be quiet. Clonka, 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 clonka. That's, antics. It's like, and then of course...
Oh, I should have used both hands. Drop the canister of wind.
For clarification, Nathan Fillion plays... Hermes. Luke's dad, or Kevin Bacon's dad. I'm calling him Kevin Bacon, because that's all I could think of when I was looking at him. I was like, I can't wait till he goes after the X-Men. Anyway. I keep saying anyway. But he says, well, there's nothing more important than family. Give him this, and I'll never appear at any other point in the movie to talk about family. But I'm glad we hammered that point home anyway. Get that cliched moral in there.
You know, for the kids.
Not even the dumbest moral they have in this movie. Or at least cliched. So he gives this canister, which basically looks like a monster can.
Yes.
And says, like, this holds, like, the winds of something. I'm gonna give it to you.
The winds of the sea.
And give winds of the sea right after I have an incredibly unfunny comedic moment with my cane with two talking snakeheads, which accomplishes nothing, really pointless and really annoying. I really just wish they would just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, me too.
It's like, that's the problem with this movie. It's like half the time I was like, everyone wants you to shut up. Like, no one's funny. I can't think of it. Like, the shorts joke was the only joke I laughed at. Everything else, I was like, oh, are you kidding me? This was the best you could do. Anyway. So they go off to find Luke's yacht or whatever. Where it turns out he wants the fleece too, and he has this strange rat scorpion thing, which I know actually is a monster from Greek mythology, although I'm fairly certain it's half lion, not half rat, but...
Yeah, it's half lion, I believe it's the manticore?
Whatever it is, either way, it's in the movie. And he says, well, I want it too. Why? I want to resurrect Kronos. Why? Because I'm evil.
Pretty much.
No, he says, because he can set us free, and we can overtake our fathers and retake control of Olympus, and not for a second will he ever betray me, because I've never seen a movie ever. So I can only assume, like, they haven't counted the modern age and they're wearing a yacht, they don't have guns anywhere, they have swords, they never stab people, or really do anything that can make this movie go a whole lot faster for them.
Yeah.
But, so they have that whole sequence. Oh, and here's what really, really ticked me off, was, this I think when the Cyclops guy really got on my nerves, it's like, we need to get to the yacht, what are we gonna do? Cyclops like, oh, I'll ask Poseidon. Hey, Dad. Like, they call him Dad, which just seems weird. You're talking like Almighty God of old, and you're calling him Dad. Mm-hmm. But anyway, and he goes, we need your help. And like the most charming, like almost encouraging the kids of the audience to talk with you. Can you help me find Poseidon, chicks? Yes. Let's shout him out. Poseidon. It's like, ugh. He sounds like he came off goddamn Sesame Street.
And when he does that,
he calls a goddamn seahorse.
And okay, showing my age a little bit. Back in the 80s, there was the original My Little Ponies, and in My Little Ponies, there were Pegasus ponies and sea ponies, and the sea ponies sang a song, and literally when this CG seahorse appeared, that song started playing in my head. Count upon the sea ponies when you're in distress.
I just know, like, the blonde chick gives, like, the name of the creatures and pops. I was like, oh, now you're just making shit up. I don't know if that actually is a Greek mythology. It's like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is like, look, that's in Greek mythology, too. Like, it does that constantly. It's like, look, Greek mythology stuff, Greek mythology stuff, Greek mythology stuff. Are you getting that this is Greek mythology movie? Anyway. Why am I angry? I don't know. This happened to me in a long time, actually.
It hasn't.
No, so like this is the first time I've blown up on a movie in a while. Even like some of the very shitty ones, I haven't gotten this angry about. I think it's again, Cyclops motherfucker just brings it out of me. Because it's just that stupid, smarmy shit that I hate with a passion. Because that's not a real fucking character. It is. If Sesame Street and fuck, he doesn't even deserve a clever analogy. Fuck him.
and they didn't handle the new brother sibling thing realistically at all.
Because this is going for realism.
Cyclops just whose name is Tyson, just shows up and says, "Oh, it's great to have a brother."
Yeah.
As if that bond has already been established. If it were me, I'd be kind of weirded out. But by, okay, hi person I'm related to who I don't know. Good to meet you.
You know what he is? Percy Jackson, bear with me on this analogy.
Okay.
Is basically a child of divorce in this situation.
Yes.
And his mother starts dating someone else. And he proceeds to get really weird and really creepy, and insisting you call him Dad. That is his brother character right there. It's like, I don't know you, I don't like you, back the fuck away, I will not call you that.
Yes.
That is his goddamn Cyclops character and all his overly happy, peppy bullshit, which I'm still just talking about out loud. I can feel my anger rising from the depths, because of more goddamn jokes, and his goddamn repertoire is not one goddamn funny!
Jeez.
I'm sorry. This is like a stereotype that's driven me crazy since I was a kid. Something like every.
Breathe. Inhale. Exhale.
So they get off the yacht.
Yes.
And then Percy Jackson's like, I need to escape. And they already took the rescue boat. He's like, oh, I know. I'll just ride this goddamn wave that I can summon all of a sudden. Which we never thought to use before.
Without a surfboard, just literally standing on a moving wave.
Yeah, and then you, of course, have that stupid villain banter between him and Kevin Bacon, where it's like, join me. Together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
You're on the losing team.
All that shit. Basically, every cliche villain speech you've heard from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And they go off on their own adventures, and of course, they use the canister thing to steer. And Percy, like a moron who doesn't learn, gives the canister to retard Cyclops. And they ride off in the distance while he has a serious moment with blonde chick. And
whose name was Annabeth, I think?
Yeah, it's like... And then there was a part where it's like they try to add character to retard Cyclops. And it's like people are scared of me. They don't understand me. And all I could think of was that scene from Shrek, which is why I made that joke.
Yes.
But all I could think of was like, no one hangs out with you because you're really goddamn annoying and really fucking stupid. Oh, and speaking of stupid, I'm going to go back here a bit because this really annoyed the shit out of me too, which is when they're trying to sneak out of the area because they start getting guard patrols after the fence goes down. They summon the Chariot of Despair or something.
Damnation.
Damnation or something, which turns out is a New York taxi cab, was like, but
yeah.
Anyway. And then, of course, it's controlled by these three witches, who I guess are like the seers from Legend, where they have one eye bouncing around. One of them is played by the girl from, like, Shirley from Community, which kind of made me disappointed. But, and it's, oh my god, another case of lots of jokes, not one of them is funny.
Yes.
Just like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I think that's what really pissed me off, like, even the Smurfs, The goddamn Smurfs did not annoy me this much.
You are not saying kind words about a CG Smurf movie. You are not praising the Smurfs.
I am not praising the Smurfs. I'm saying they didn't annoy me as much as these goddamn characters annoyed me. That's how much these characters pissed me off. The fucking Smurfs are better. Even Papa Smurf.
Hold your fucking tongue.
I said it.
Take that back. CG Smurfs are blasphemy! They belong in 2D animation! Take that fucking back!
I will not. Fuck you, retard Cyclops. Anyway.
I mean, I'm not necessarily defending Cyclops, I'm just saying take back any kind words you have to say about the Smurfs movies.
I'm not. I regret nothing. But... Wow, that's the first time I think I provoked you to that point. Anyway.
Didn't I just say that the Smurfs and CG are blasphemy?
True, but
Hello?
even then, I don't regret anything. But anyway. So, they're on a boat. And they get...
I'm on a boat, I'm sorry.
We're having too much fun tonight.
I'm on a motherfucking boat.
Okay, so they finally get to the way of the Bermuda Triangle. I refuse to call it the Sea of Monsters because the name is goddamn retarded.
It is.
And next thing you know, there's a bunch of fins that start popping up around them. It's like, are those sharks? Those aren't sharks. It's the Sarlacc pit. I swear to God, it's like if the Kraken and the Sarlacc pit had a baby, this is what this would be. I swear to God, I thought I saw Boba Fett in the center, but...
Yes.
And of course, you have them where they're all swimming, and then they eventually get digested by the giant teeth pit, and they end up running into Ares, bitch, and her zombie army, pretty much.
The zombie crew of her what?
People that were
1940s battleship thing.
Yeah, apparently Ares has access to all kinds of cool shit, which makes it like, hey, I think Percy got gypped. But,
yeah.
You know, with her own fucking zombie army of people that have been sacrificed to Ares. Granted, I thought that was kind of clever.
It was.
But to give some credit to this movie. And of course, apparently they decide, hey, maybe we should just, use the cannons to shoot the fucking fish thing we're in so we can get out of here.
Yeah.
And not
give it a stomach ache.
Not get eaten by the giant spiky vagina that's trying to consume us. It's what it looked like. I'm not being a pervert. And of course, then they defy the goddamn laws of gravity and physics so they shoot through the stomach and they float and they steer the ship out. And instead of doing what ships usually do and sinking, like ships are wont to do, it floats up to the top by no logic whatsoever, and miraculously survives. It's like, well, Isaac Newton just cried. I'm shivering in his grave. It's like, God damn it. I mean, granted, at that point, I was like, I don't even care. I don't fucking care. And then, of course, so they make their way over to... Oh, here's one other thing that I was like, are you kidding me? There's a part in the early in the movie that says we have to cross to, what was it? What they call the island? Like Cersei Land or something like that?
Yes.
Cersei Land, and I made an amusement park joke, and I was like, okay, it's like that's best theme park ever made or something like that. And next thing you know, it's a fucking theme park. I was like, that was a joke movie. That was not a suggestion. Anyway, and they did the same thing with you. You made like a little Small World Afterworld joke, and they actually used that fucking joke later in the movie.
I wasn't expecting that. So they get on this ride. No. Actually, that came a little bit later. I made a Small World After All joke when they were pretty much in the stomach, because it looked like Splash Mountain to me.
And then they end up you actually using that joke. But anyway,
yeah,
then they go.
I did not see coming.
Then they find the fleece being held by the Cyclops from the Odyssey, who I'm fairly certain was voiced by Ron Perlman.
Wow.
I'm almost positive that was him, but I have to look it up later. But,
okay.
They have to get the fleece from him, who's running away from Black Fawn dude who got kidnapped earlier.
Grover.
Grover. Guy's name of a dog? Anyway.
Also,
Which sounds racist, but I'm not.
Also a character on Sesame Street.
Oh my god. It's coming full circle. Anyway, so, and he's all disguised as a woman because apparently the Cyclops really stupid and almost blind.
Yes.
And he's wearing like a really stupid giant
eye.
one of those googly eye shit. And apparently this is enough to fool Cyclops. And they have their whole merry, whimsical fight scene, yada, yada, yada. I mean, they have swords that they could use at any time, and like idiots, they don't fucking do it. Because at any time, very easily, in fact,
Yeah.
Percy Jackson has a sword that turns into a pen. That would have solved 20 problems you had over the course of this movie. 20 problems, at least. Like, for example, you could have killed weird rat, like, scorpion thing, right there, boom. You could have killed the bad guy, boom, right there. You could have killed Cyclops dude, right there, boom. I just solved half your problems, but no, you're PG, so you can't do that.
No. He can only kill the bad guy at the climax of the film.
Pretty much, and it's just like, sorry, man. So yeah, they get the fleece.
Yes.
But just as they get out, guess who's waiting? Oh, the bad guy. The bad guy is waiting. He takes the fleece, and he supposedly kills Cyclops, which I was very happy of. But I knew he wasn't dead, so it was very short term.
Yes.
And guess what? He comes back after they're tied up, and they remake the scene from Indiana Jones 1. Almost verbatim. Like, Kronos is kept in this, like, this,
For those of you who are less familiar with Greek myth, Kronos was a Titan who was the father of what became the Olympian gods.
Zeus, Poseidon, and,
Hades.
yeah, but anyway, so Kevin Bacon wants to bring him back because apparently he thinks he can use him to take over the world pretty much and destroy everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? He brings him back in a scene that's exactly like the scene from the Ark of the Covenant. Right down to the fact he stands over the thing that looks almost exactly like the Ark of the Covenant.
It does. It really does.
A bright light comes out, looks at him. I was waiting for his face to melt. I wish his face would melt. That makes me much more interesting.
Yes.
But it doesn't. Instead, Kronos comes back to life after a very weird moment. It could have easily been prevented because Percy escapes his bindings, obviously. He goes to fight the bad guy, and just before he looks like he's about to die and Kronos is going to come back, his brother comes in and chucks Kevin Bacon away, and then they have, like, this, like, I love you, brother. And then they hug and all that stuff. It's like, dude.
It's like, I'm watching this, sitting there thinking, okay, now's not the time or place. Grab the sword off the ground, grab the fleece, and get the fuck out of there.
Pretty much. It's like, don't you have bigger concerns right now? Just 5 seconds. 5 seconds. All you need. You can have this moment afterwards. I promise you that.
Seriously.
But nope, they waste their time. Kronos comes back to life and apparently is a giant pussy. Because he dies in like 5 seconds. Because apparently the sword that Percy has magical properties which can kill Kronos in like 5 hits. So it's like, really? What was anyone worried about? Mm-hmm. I don't get it. Anyone could have done this, apparently. And
well,
they do.
anyone with this blade.
True, but anyone could get on the blade after he died. You didn't need Percy for this. Anyone could have fucking done it. And of course, Kronos is defeated.
Annabeth gets stung by the manticores.
And comes back to life. They do this for like 4 characters. I counted.
Oh.
First, it's the Cyclops, the retard Cyclops that
Yes.
dies. But he didn't die. He comes back to life. Then Grover gets eaten by Kronos.
Yes.
But no, he doesn't die. He comes back after Kronos dies. Then evil Kevin Bacon gets eaten. But no, he comes back too. And then Annabelle gets stabbed. Annabeth. And then she gets brought back when he put the golden fleece on her. It's like, oh, like, can somebody just fucking die?
And they try to mess with the audience by having the fleece not work right away, and the characters are all crying over her and all sad, and then she comes back to life, then the fleece works.
All in a matter of 5 seconds, it's like, you're not fooling anyone, movie. I think even the movie points out, it's like, okay, if everyone's done dying, we can go home now. It's like, okay, at least you made fun of yourself a little bit, but too late. But, so they go back to the village, everyone's all happy and crazy, and they use the golden fleece to bring back the tree, but that's all it does. It also brings back the girl that was buried underneath the tree, who is an adult now. I don't know how.
Sequel bait.
That's all it was. It was shameless sequel bait, even though because she's the daughter of Zeus, and that means maybe Percy wasn't the only one who could fulfill the prophecy, blah, 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 bullshit. Hopefully this movie won't get a sequel, so we don't have to find out, but yeah, that's pretty much the movie.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's... Fuck retard Cyclops. Okay, so let's move on to trailers. We got 3 out of 4 of them, so...
No, we got all 4.
No, it's like, have we gotten Ender Games before?
I haven't personally, so...
Okay, it's like... Well, we talked about The Hobbit last time, so I'm not sure... Unless you have anything to say about it, I don't think it's worth going over again.
No.
We talked about Moral Instruments. We talked about Cloud Beast Ball 2. I mean, if you have anything to say, you're welcome to say it, but...
I'm sure the next Hobbit movie will be good. I mean, it's Peter Jackson. It's an established franchise. You know the quality.
Moral Instruments looks like Twilight Light, pretty much.
Except the female lead actually does close her mouth on more than one occasion in the scene, so she may be a better actress.
I know the ending because my girlfriend read the book and the other night, and she finished, and she just I just know she's upset. I got text like, "What the fuck was that?" Pretty much, just furious. Like, what the hell, stupid bullshit was that? I'm paraphrasing, but
of course.
But and then we got Ender's Game, which is the only one we haven't got on a trailer before. So that one, I don't know, it looks interesting.
It could be potentially entertaining.
I mean, it's Harrison Ford, so granted he's done a lot of shitty movies before, but still. It looks like entertaining sci-fi. And then Clyde with Chance Meatballs 2, which looks stupid.
Very stupid, and they use one of my favorite disco songs to try to make it better, but it doesn't even make it better.
No, it's gonna be terrible. I can tell right now, but I think it's it.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts?
If you want to take your kids to see a forced, clunkily paced, cheesy movie and completely misinform them about Greek myths, take them to see this film.
I just have 2 words for retard Cyclops. Fuck!